Don't know what?
I don't know if I can dance.
Time you learn. It's easy. Come on, I'll show you. Now, first you put your left foot out, and then you point your right, and then you turn yourself about, you make a pretty sight. Hop a little, skip a little, swing your partner round. Come on, you can do it fine. Now you hold your hand in mine.
First I put my left foot out, and then I point my right.
Good.
Then I turn myself about, I make a funny sight. Hop a little, skip a little, swing my partner round.
Come on, keep it swinging round and swinging once again. Oh, sir, hold me just a bit close to you. So, sir, in a moment our dance is through. But first you put your left foot out, and then you point your right, and then you turn yourself about, you make a pretty sight. Now then you bow to me, it's very plain to see you.
First I put my left foot out, and then I point my right. Then I turn myself about, I make a pretty sight.
Now then you bow to me, it's very plain to see you.
Just about the time I learned the first step of that little dance, who should come along and misunderstand the whole thing but Mr. John McNeil. He'd been engaged to Ann for a long time. He spoke to her something outrageous.
Well, Miss Twinkletoes Rutledge, you'd think you were engaged to this Kentucky beanpole instead of me.
Now, just a minute there, John. You got no cause to be so ornery. Ann was just teaching me to dance.
But she's engaged to me.
Well, true enough. You've had her spoken for more than a year now, and you ain't done nothing about it.
Don't see how that's any of your business, Mr. Lincoln. Annie don't mind waiting.
You expect her to wait forever?
Look-a-here, Mr. Longnose. She'll have to wait as long as I want her to. Understand?
Well, now, seems there's no law says Ann'll have to. I recollect the case of Dooley versus Doolittle. The plaintiff, that was Miss Dooley, sued the defendant, that was Doolittle, for doing too little about
Never mind, you long drink of water. You keep out of this.
Now, Mr. McNeil, I think I have something to say to you.
Well, don't bother telling me here. What you got to say to me and what I've got to say to you can best be said in private. You come with me. Ow! You kicked me.
And I'll do it again.
Ow!
Let me go. Now, you listen to me, Mr. McNeil. There's no engagement between us any longer, and don't you forget it either.
Good, because I've had just about enough of you and your highfalutin ways. Goodbye and good riddance.
Well, there goes the only man who ever asked me to get married. Looks like I'll have to get used to being an old maid.
How can you call yourself an old maid, Ann? You're just past 17.
Just the same, I might miss my big chance if I ain't careful.
Oh, I think there's a few folks around New Salem who'll see to it that doesn't happen. Someone you know, I can't say who. Someone you know is thinking of you. You never noticed him standing there. Someone you know needs you. Someone you see, I can't say who, dreams suddenly you've seen him on you. Dreams he is someone you're thinking of, and someone you love.
I'm glad it's true. I'm glad it's so. I'll be your love. You'll be my bow. You've always been so near and so dependable and dear.
Someone you see Among the other folks in New Salem who took an interest in me was Judge Bowling Green, Justice of the Peace. Seems he had young Ninian Edwards, old Governor Edwards' son, in tow that morning. And half the town was following him. It was like a delegation. And this was the proposition.
Now, the way it looks to Ninian here, Abe, you'd be just about the perfect candidate from Sangamon County to go to the state legislature.
Oh, and Abe would win, too.
I'm deeply grateful to you, Mr. Edwards, but politics just ain't my cup of tea. You'll lose the election if I'm your candidate.
That's no way to talk,
Why,
Abe.
heck, no, little old store fella's no cause to feel that
Don't
way,
say
Abe.
that.
That's right, you can do anything.
Oh, I've been a failure at everything I've tried.
But everybody here's taking a liking to you.
We trust you, Abe.
All the folks hereabouts that vote for you.
Most important, most important. Mr. Lincoln, I suspect you'll make an excellent public servant.
Why, you'll be just about the biggest frog in the whole pond around here.
Not so big as I look, Judge, but since I'm as ugly as an old frog, I'd rather be a small one.
Oh, now don't say that, Abe.
You'll be a big man wherever you go in this world, Abe Lincoln.
Maybe, but I remind myself of a man out riding on the road. He met an old woman, took one look at him and said, "Well, for the land's sake, but if you ain't the ugliest man I ever did see." And he said, "Yes, ma'am, I'm ugly, but I can't help it." And she replied, "Well, maybe so, but you might stay home so folks wouldn't have to look at you." I think I'd rather stay home. I want to be a little frog in a little pond. I wouldn't give 2 copper cents for the world beyond. Even if gold was laying there, all in a heap, I wouldn't care, I wouldn't dare take such a leap. I want to be a little bump on a little log. I want to be a little flea on a little dog. I want to build a cabin here and settle down. I ain't going anywhere out of Salem town. Abraham Lincoln is my name, just 6'3". Don't give a hoot or a holler for fame, no sir, not me. Wondering what's my mission, ain't really got ambition. Half of the time I'm wishing I could go out fishing. I wouldn't be the president of the USA, not for a year, a month, a week, or a single day. Call me a no-good scalawag, a vagabond. I want to be a little frog in a little, still want to be a little frog in a little. I want to be a little frog in a little pond.
Abraham Lincoln is his name, just 6'3". Don't give a hoot or holler for fame, no sir, not he. Wonder what's his mission, ain't really got ambition. Half of the time he's wishing he could go a fishing.
I wouldn't be the president of the USA, not for a year, a month, a week, or a single day. Call me an old good scalawag.